where I wanted to go to high school, I was contemplating whether or not to attend Roncalli. Although the last 4 years have not been the easiest for me, and high school has definitely been challenging at times, I'm extremely thankful that I chose to attend Roncalli. The saying I like to remember is when life hands you lemons, make lemonade, because the class of 2022 has definitely had its own set of challenges. Throughout the last 4 years, I've learned the importance of honesty, loyalty, and family, not only because of Roncalli, but because of certain things in my personal life. Honesty is important in every relationship, whether that be romantic, friendships, family, coworkers, etc. American television host Fred Rogers states, "Honesty is often very hard. The truth is often painful, but the freedom it can bring is worth the trying." It is inspiring because it reminds me that even though honesty is very hard to live by, it is freeing to always speak the truth and never have to worry about what lie was told to who. An example of this is that I used to be so afraid of what people thought of me that I would tend to always say whatever was safe, whether it was true or not. When I say safe, I mean I would say what I knew would not hurt their feelings, or I would say what I knew their reactions were going to be so that I didn't have to act on a whim. If you know me, you know I like plans and despise acting spontaneously. I never wanted anyone to be mad at me, but once I faced one of the hardest challenges in my life, I learned the importance of being honest and the freedom you feel after. I felt free and relaxed, like the saying, "A weight has been lifted off my shoulders." I felt like I was standing taller because I no longer had the burdens pushing me down. As I mentioned, I was faced with a challenge that I never expected to face. But that was not the only time that I learned the true impact of honesty. I've learned this through Roncalli as well. Although being honest to others is important, it's also important to know when people are being honest to you. Just like every high school, Roncalli has its groups. The popular, the not so popular, those that play sports, those that do not, etc. No matter where you are in the world, there are fake people as well. I classify fake people as those who act one way towards one person and a completely different way towards another, a person who just tells you what you want to hear rather than what you need to hear, a person who does not care about you the way that you might care about them. I say this because that is where I learned that even though I want to believe everyone I meet, I need to think through what they are saying because someone might just be telling me what I want to hear so that I will leave them alone. I learned that you have to take what everyone says with a grain of salt and question those that appear skeptical because you want people to be honest with you. It may be hard, but I encourage you to try it because it is truly freeing, and along with honesty comes loyalty. Loyalty and honesty can appear the same to some people, but for me, honesty is truthfulness, whereas loyalty is supporting those that you care about and receiving it back as well. Loyalty is just as important as honesty because it is knowing that those that you support truly care about you and you can trust them with pretty much anything. It's an important factor in every relationship as well. When I was looking for quotes that could truly say what loyalty is, I came across this quote that states, "Some people aren't loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. Once their needs change, so does their loyalty." It's not known who said this, but there will always be people that want something from you, and after they get it, you no longer matter. Sometimes those to whom you are loyal and would do anything for may not feel the same way towards you, and that can be devastating. But that's when you have to push through. It's definitely easier said than done for me. Knowing that I put my all into any relationship and not getting the same in return is terrible. I'm someone who is there for everyone. Even if you hurt me, I will still be there for you. Sometimes that gets me in trouble because I'm too willing to help people. Loyalty is more impactful when you get it back in return. Putting others above ourselves and being there for them is something that I tend to do often, whether they deserve it or not. Loyalty is one of the hardest things to recognize, especially within your own family. I'm a huge family person. I would do anything for any of my family members. Some of my family I'm close with, and others drive me insane. I've sadly been put in a situation where I had to choose between sticking to my morals or changing them for my family. Side note, I chose my morals, two of which are honesty and loyalty. Take it from me, choosing between the two was definitely harder than it sounds. While some of you may have chosen something different than me in that situation, without going into all my reasoning and what happened, I knew my morals were right, and I would never forgive myself if I changed who I was for someone else, even family. Aside from those that hurt me, I'm grateful to have been born into the family I have. Our families impact who we become, no matter how hard we may not want it to. They may teach us what not to do with our own families one day, and they may teach us what we want to pass on to them. Roncalli is famous for family, and I cherish that because I know that I can trust people here. The Hanley Foundation website states, "Family will tell you what you do not want to hear, but they do it out of love to help you grow." It's important to tell people the truth in order to help them move forward. As previously mentioned, I learned not to be afraid of what everyone thinks of me, even though it may be hard sometimes and that may not be what they want to hear, but it will help them in the long run. Not only is family the people you are born with, but it's the people you choose to welcome into your life. Honesty, loyalty, and family help make us better people, and they should have a huge impact on the people we are. We should look to surround ourselves with those that share the same morals as we go in our different directions, and as we are leaving those we've known for 4 years, longer, maybe even shorter. Some of us have gone to school with each other for 12 years, and sadly, this is where our journey ends, but a new one shall begin. I wish you all the best, and I truly hope that you take my recommendations about incorporating honesty and loyalty into every relationship you have in the future.